impeller out is on the back of the motor. There's a place right here, and some of them will have a little plug there. This one, the plug's missing. But what you do is take a flat screwdriver. It's got a flat screwdriver fitting in there. Turn it up so you can see it. And you hold the flat screwdriver side and grab the impeller and twist it out. This one's not going to do it. You can see that it's very rusty up in here, and so therein lies the problem. So the way we're going to fix that is, first we're going to mark the motor. We're going to mark the housing because I want to put it back together exactly how it came apart. We're going to mark the front and the back, and this motor's actually been apart before, I can tell, because there's some hash marks on it. I'm going to pull the through bolts out, which are 5/16 on a 56 frame, and they're 1/4 inch on a 48. That's another way you can tell the difference between a 48 and a 56. If you have 5/16 through bolts, then it's a 56. If you've got 1/4 inch through bolts, then it's a 48. So what I did was pull the through bolts out after I marked it. Next, I'm going to tap the rear cover off first so I can get the other side out. And so there's a little bit of a lip right there, and I'm using just a brass hammer and just light tapping. Not going to damage it. Tapping the back cover off. So you can work it right off, and you see that's what it looks like inside the back. Now, some pumps has a 2-speed switch that's actually made on the back cover. This particular one, the 2-speed switch, which is right here, is actually slid in. So you can, once you take the cover off, you can actually pull the switch out. You can see I'm not going to pull it out, but it will come out. It basically pinches in at the bottom and at the top in these slots. The cover goes on it, and that's what holds it in place. Next, I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to tap the front cover loose. So now I can pull, you can see I pulled the entire stator out. Now this one has been damaged right here. You can see that this part of the fan, which is actually plastic, has gotten damaged. Something got caught in it. And I can see that the bearing, if you look right in there, you can see that the bearing has started coming apart. So we definitely have a bearing issue here. So I'm going to get set up. We're going to put this in a vise, pull the bearing, pull the impeller off, pull the bearing out, change it, and put it all back together. Stay tuned. All right, so we've got the vise, and what I do is I put something in it to protect the stator, because we don't want to damage the stator or damage any part of it. I'm going to stick this down in the vise so we can put some pressure on it. And you don't have to really over tighten it, just snug it up. Just like that. Now I'm going to see if I can turn the impeller off with my fingers, with my hand, and the answer is I can. So if you can't do it with your hands, that's actually a good sign. Then I would use oil filter pliers. I've had these pliers for over 30 years. In fact, 32 years. So the back of the impeller, you can see, is damaged right there. It should have a shaft on it, and it should look like that right there. Pull that. It should have that shaft on it. You can see the difference right there. What I've just shown you how to do doesn't just work with this pump. It works with basically any brand. They're all very, very similar. And you see the parts that I replaced. Busted impeller, new seal set, 2 bearings. We have them all in the store. If you look over my head, you can click that banner and it will take you to the Flowmaster series parts that these are in. If you don't need Flowmaster, go to that website, click that and go to the website where you see Flowmaster. Click in the box on the top left, or top left, actually be your top left, yep, and put in your brand. Waterway, sta-rite, aqua-flo, Vico, Guangdong LX, put them in. I don't know much, but I do know hot tubs. I am the Spa Guy, and we are Hot Tub Parts of America.